Good morning, world. If you caught my last video on signs that you may be dealing with ADHD, click up here. I'll link it for you if you missed it. You knew that naturally my next one was going to be on tips for helping you deal with those symptoms if you have them. And to jump right on in, the first thing is outline your day. Even though I love the calendars and the things that beep and I recommend them all the time, highly recommend them, I also like having an outline, usually using a dry erase board, something where you can plan your day step by step, that you see it throughout the day, you know exactly where you started, you see things that are coming up. It's a little bit of a reminder as well, but one of the other things that it does is allow you an opportunity to connect with each task. Because as we already know, when you're dealing with ADHD, the higher your interest level, the more likely you are to be able to focus on that task. So when you are taking your time to, write out your outline, try to find a way to connect with every single task, every single thing that you are going to be doing during that day. That way, if having that connection can help you be more attentive to that task. Second, create different workstations. Depending on the nature of your work, there may be different types of tasks that you have to do, different groups of tasks. Maybe one of your assignments or one of your responsibilities at work is doing research that you do on the computer. For that, you may want to, sit at your desk, at your computer where you're doing your research. And if another task is reading, maybe you set up a little reading nook wherever it is, just so that you are giving your mind that different stimulus at each, as much as possible. Whenever you switch tasks, you're almost shifting your environment in a way. Give, even if a little bit, but you know what? Every little bit makes a difference. However many different options that you can find for making the environment different to help you shift from one task to another, it helps. I'm not saying you hula party at your cubicle or at your office, but a reading nook, a drawing board. If you're maybe your work is as an artist or in marketing, maybe you have a storyboard, whatever it is that you have to do for work, just try to have a couple of different workstations that you use. 3, eliminate potential distractions. And this goes from your phone that beeps all day. Silence your phone. Let the people who need to get in touch with you throughout the day, they should know how to get with you throughout the day, without having to call or text you every 5 minutes, because each time something beeps, it distracts you from what you're doing. And you already know with ADHD, you're focused right now, something beeps, you get distracted, and it takes you at least another 5 or who knows however long before you get back on task. So eliminate them. Your phone, silence them, let people know how to get in touch with you for emergencies. Your email, schedule time to check your email, maybe morning, noon, and before you leave. Schedule time to check your email, and that way you can silence the email beeping that happens throughout the day, because you know it. If it beeps, we have that compulsion. Everybody does. It's not even just ADHD. People with ADHD. It's people who have that compulsion. If it beeps, I have to check it. So if you silence it, then it won't beep. It won't beep. So that means phone, email, apps on your phones, definitely no. Next is use energy deflectors or focusers. These are things such as a stress ball that you can be using to help you shift some of the energy that you're building up, that feeling of being fidgety when you start getting restless. Having a stress ball can help with that restlessness. For some people, it could be doodling, or maybe if you're reading, for some people it could be listening to music. But I would say not music with words, but maybe soothing classical music that's a constant sound, but not big popular music where you start singing with it. And again, same for if you're doodling, you don't start drawing. Next thing you know, there's a storyboard being drawn up, and you're not paying attention to what you are doing, and you're paying attention to your piece of art. So stuff to distract you from the fact that, or deflect the energy that you're building in, but not distract you from what you're supposed to be doing. Use breaks and use them effectively and efficiently. When you're outlining your day, when you're planning your day, make sure you're building in breaks, because we all know with ADHD, you need that time to go let it out. You spend an hour in a meeting, that's an hour of energy, an hour of moving around and fidgeting that you had to hold in. So you need to give yourself time to let that out. And that's where your breaks come in. Whether it's 5, 10, 15 minutes, however long it needs to be, make sure you're building in breaks and you're using them effectively. That means during your breaks, get up, move, do something to burn a little bit of energy. If you need to interact with people, go out of your office, talk to somebody, chit chat, do that office stuff that people do. But make sure that at the end of your break, you go back to your office, because the point of a break is to help you release energy, but not necessarily distract you from what you're supposed to be doing. Because if you don't focus on the length and respect the break that you have, one thing that may happen is that, hey, yeah, it's been 5 minutes, but hang out a little bit longer. And then the rest of your schedule is off. So use your breaks effectively, but don't let the breaks be the reasons that you fall off track. That is it for today. I hope I got it in quickly. So to recap, outline your day and try to connect with every single task that you do, because the more you connect, the more interested you are, the easier it is for you to pay attention. Create different workstations to give yourself that change of environment, that different stimulus throughout the day. Eliminate potential distractions. If possible, get your office way back down there so that you're not distracted by the office chit chat as people pass by your door. People don't want to stop in and talk to you because you're way down there. And no phones, no beeping phones, no emails and all that stuff. Use energy deflectors or focusers to help you release slowly some of that energy that's building up. And finally, make sure you're using your breaks and using them effectively and efficiently. Take them, use them, burn energy, and when it's time to be done and come right back to your desk and get back to work. That is all we have for today. Good morning, world. Have a great day.